Hello everyone. Today our topic is electronic email and what are the email forensic analysis of the email. And what is email? Email is we call it as electronic mail. So it is a service which allows us to send the messages in electronic mode or the internet. Previously, before the methodology of emails, there was a post or like a courier, but it will take a lot of time, more than 2 to 3 days. But it's a simple matter of within nanoseconds, it can transfer the data to anywhere to anyone. So it offers an efficient, inexpensive, and real-time mean of distributing information among the people. And what is email address? Email address is it's like it's assigned to you as a unique name for the particular email account. For suppose you had an email account, it had the particular unique name for you itself, and to identify any person anywhere. So his name is known as email address, and so many different users can send and receive messages according to the email address. So based on the email address, you can share or receive any data. So email is generally of the firm username at the right domain name. So for every email address, it should have the username and the domain name. For example, on the screen, I had given my email name, G. Harshvardhan 2003. So there, username is G. Harshvardhan, and gmail.com is the domain name, which is used for the Google Mail account. And there are what is the need of an email? So why we use an email? Just to share any message to anyone at any time, and send a message to several people at the same time, not one message to one people and next and the one to another. Not we can just even with a single click we can share a message to several people. That is the use of electronic mail, and it's very fast and efficient way of transferring information, and it's very fast as compared to the postal system, which I said before. And information can be easily forwarded to the co-workers without retyping it. So generally in corporate offices or any offices, you can share information easily to the co-workers. And if you're getting any offer letter, if you want a job, even job application through mail, it is possible. And there are three components of the email system. First one is user agent, message transfer agent, and message access agent. So these three will play a crucial role in the email system. Let's know about that. So what is user agent? So it is nothing but a program which is mainly used to share and receive an email, also known as a email reader. User agent is used to compose or send a mail or receive emails. So it is the first component of email, and we these user agent can able to handle the mailboxes, and which mainly provides the services to user in order to make the sending and receiving process of a message easier. And given below some few services provided by the user agent, and these are the things which can be possible by our user agents, like you can read a message, reply a message, or forward the message, and composing the new message. Even these are four of the functions provided by the user agent. And the second one is message transfer agent. So what is this MTA? So the actual process of this message transfer agent is to transfer the emails is done through the message transfer agent. So transferring can be done using this MTA, and it is in order to send a email. You should have the MTA client, or in order to receive any email, a system must have an MTA server. To receive, you should have the MTA server, like message transfer server, agent server, and for sending, you should have the MTA client. The protocol that is mainly used to define the MTA client and MTA server on the internet is called Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. By using the Simple Mail Transfer Protocol only, you are just used to define the MTA clients and MTA servers. So the simple mail transfer protocol defines how the commands and responses must be sent back and forth. So this is how we use the MTA. And the message access agent, it's a first and second stage of email delivery. So we use of SMTP. SMTP is basically it's a push protocol. And the third stage of the email delivery mainly needs the pull protocol. So till now, pushing of a protocol is done. Now it's time for pulling any pull protocol to get data. And at this stage, the message access agent is used here. So this is how correct time to access any message. So that's we call as message access agent. And the two protocols used to access messages are POP and IMAP4. These two are the protocols used to access. And you can see here it's architecture of the email. The first scenario, there are three scenarios we had here. So we'll look into the first one. When the sender and the receiver of an email on the system, so sender, like you can say, they mentioned here Tom as a sender and receiver as a Zen. So there are sender and receiver on the email on same system. So there is need for only two user agents. So if there are the sender and the receiver, they need only two user agents to one to share and one to receive. So this is the first scenario. And in second scenario, the sender and receiver of an email are basically user of two different systems, and also the message needs to send over the internet. In this case, we need to make use of user agents and message transfer agents. So here we use user agents and message transfer agents both. And here's the third scenario. So in this scenario, the sender is connected to the system via a point-to-point, like a WAN. It can be either a dial-up modem or a cable modem. So while the receiver is directly connected to the system, like it was connected in the second scenario, where we use the user agents to and server. Also, in the same case of the sender needs a user agent. So here you can see the user agent in order to prepare the message or with using like a LAN or a WAN with including the client too. So after preparing the message, the sender sends the message via a pair of MTA through LAN or WAN. See in the picture you can see user agent to share by user with the MTA client using a LAN or a WAN. So this is how the third scenario in the architecture of the mail. We come to the fourth scenario. So basically, in this scenario, its receiver is connected to his mail server with the help of a wide area network or a local area network. And when the message arrives, the receiver needs to retrieve the message. Thus, there is no need for another set of client or server agents. So the recipients make use of message access agent. So here the message access agent particularly used and client in order to retrieve the message. So to retrieve the message, we use the message access agent over here. And in this, what a client do? The client will share the request, sends the request to the mail access agent, then and makes a request for the transfer of message. So this is commonly which is commonly used to use it today. If I want to share anyone a mail, so we can't directly share it. It will they will if they protected with any firewall or any security, it will get an access. Once you shared any data, it will go to them and they'll ask the access. If they accepted your request, then only it can be shared. So fourth, here you see the fourth scenario. This is the user having the user agent, MTA client, and with the using of LAN or WAN local area or network or wide area network sharing with the server and client over the internet. It was sharing to a server. and it to the user B. So UA means user agent, MEA means message access agent, and MTA means message transfer agent. So this is the second component of the architecture of email. So what is the structure of the mail? How the structure of a mail is like it should have the header and the body. So header is from where you are, to whom you are writing, who you are. The body is for what you are, for what you are writing. What's the purpose? It says like sender address as well as the receiver address and the subject of the message in the header, and the body contains actual information what is meant for the receiver. And in email address, the it consists of two parts of handling system is like the local part and the domain part. So in the name of specific file, commonly called a user mailbox, it is place where all the mails received from the user is stored for the retrieval by the message access agent. Generally, once if you open any email icon, you will get so much of files in the mailbox. So which were received for the user. So that type of mails can be retrieved using the message access agent. And what is a domain name? So domain name is like it is the second part of the address is the domain name. Both local part and domain name are separated with the help of at the rate symbol. So this is how local part and domain name are separated. And so today we learned up to here what is the email, what's the structure of the email, and why we use it. What are the scenarios and components included. Now we'll practically see that how email forensic tracing or tracking analysis can be possible. Now we'll just take this video. We are going to look into email forensics tools, which can be like we can use any tool online. So or get some information about the email such as emailers who are here you. So on Google I'll type as email doser. So here you get one side. So here we we use email doser. Here you can enter any mail address. I'll use mine here. Go. So here you can see the MX records, SMTP, simple message transfer protocol worship sessions, and here you see the IP address over here. So I'll just copy this IP address. So it will have a lot of information, including the server and using to send the email. If you just scroll down, you can see all the details of like IP address to where you are sharing. So these and all information or these all things are you can see here what you are seeing is a header and a server. So it can even its IP address I just copied from. So we are going to use another tool. So what is that tool? That tool is FortGuard. FortGuard. So here you go. So the site is open over here. And over here you can enter the IP address which we copied in the previous site. Yeah, just paste it here and I just search. Now here we are going to open our email account. So just I'm opening my email. So here all the mails are in a mail inbox. So like I'll just simply open any one email and I'll click on this and you will get all the options like forward, print, delete, etc. etc. So you'll select an option of show original and so here you can observe all the details of a message ID created from to and so if you scroll down, you show all the header. You can scroll down below or here see from like a received, which will be delivered to, and so you can see all the message headers here. So now I'll just copy the header of the mail. So you just copy the header over here, and then you search for the information, and we are going to use the email tracker tool. It's nothing but an email tracker. So here you go, email tracker. Or if this is not available, you can use email trace. So here you can see steps of tracing an email, like copy the header, get source button, everything. So now I'll just copy. So now I'll just copy the header of my email. So I'll go to the previous website and just copy all the header of my email. Once you copy the header address of the email, then go to the website which we opened, trace email address, and just scroll down over here and paste the header of the copied in the inbox and just find the email sender. Once it's loaded, so here we can see the all details can get analysis here. So received by using these SMTP IP address received from where it was like I opened the mail from Mintra. So I'll just copy the header and paste it over here. So it was get the overall IP address from where it was came and to whom and to which email address it was came that email. So overall the analysis can be done using this website of email trace. So by this we can just analysis of the email tracking. So from where it was coming and in which layer it was using. So we searched in the HTTP form. So in this way, you can use and information out here of matter. See, and all other like information kind of sent by which server and where. If you want to scroll down, or you can get all the details of the servers and IP addresses. So here you get the source of like source host name is 430.mintra and the source IP address there mentioned particularly. And by this you can trace from header email and you can find out where the email is coming from, which server, or it may be sending and I received by which server. And so what is its IP address I just received it, and this is another good tool. Or else we can use so many other tools in the browser, just so we can, so which are useful to trace all the messages and emails. So I'll see. I'll show you the another tool which is used to track the email is a message. Sorry, it's message header. So once you also browse the messages header, you'll get a search engine of like. Sorry, we searched in wrong way. Yeah, you get a toolbox over here and. So just click on the message header of the Google Toolbox, which was powered by the Google, and here you can paste the email header address which you copied before and just analyze the above header. Click on analyze above header. So you're not able to recognize email header and the text you entered. So wait a second. Just copy the address again and so fine, you can use this tool. Here how it explains clearly about the transferring of email from where to where and which portal it used, its server and its IP address, whatever it will give the detailed analysis of the email transferring. So this is how we can track the email using this tool. So its browser name is myipaddress.com to trace the email. So in this session, we clearly learned about the email architecture, how it works, its scenario, and how can we track the email using the websites, and how to extract information, original information by just collecting the show original and just copy the header over here. So here itself we can get a clear data from where it's coming, and if you want to do the in-depth analysis, you can just use a few tools to analyze your email. So thank you, and we'll meet you in the next session.